Welcome back, Bedhead Crew. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. On today's reaction video, we got another great song by Ren called Dear God. And I'm sure this song, he's going to go deep on this one. And we're going to analyze this one and we're going to go real deep as well. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a great song. Ren has amazed me with all of his songs that he's done so far. This one says it's 2 years ago, so I'm pretty sure it's got 500,000 views, so it's just as good as the rest. It's probably has multiple layers like the rest of them, but I'm pretty sure the title alone says Dear God. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be a crazy one. So sit back and let's enjoy this song together.
Come get your game on. Let's go. Come get your hang on. Let's go. Who coming through?
Bedhead crew. I'm excited to get back into this, get back into doing reactions to songs, especially Ren songs. This title, like I said, is called Dear God. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be speaking like if he's writing a letter to God or just talking to him like we all do. So sit back. We're going to get deep. I'm going to do a lot of analysis on the spot, and we're going to see where this song takes us. And we're just going to go for the ride. So let's see how this song is. You ready, Bedhead Crew? Let's do it.
Hello, it's Ren. I don't really know how to start this letter. Well, fuck it. Is this life really what it seems? Cause lately I've been in this place between awakened dreams. I know I only reach out to you when I'm feeling blue. I promise I'm not using you, I'm just confused. I've got some questions I would like some answers to. Like, is there meaning to this state of short existence? My existential thoughts, you'll hope there are, cause I'm resistant to thinking that there won't be something better in the distance. And God, is there an afterlife where pain is non-existent? If you're up there, God, do you
Whoa. So just like I thought, once again, he just takes you by the melody, by the song. And like I said, he seems to be writing like he's writing a letter to God. And we all start the same way. I don't know how, to start this song. I don't know how I should speak to you. I don't know how I should write to you. But I remember I lived with my grandfather when I went to college, and my grandfather was very, very religious. And I questioned a lot of things just because I was growing spiritually and I was growing religiously and just as a human being would. And my grandfather told me one thing. He goes, "Do you question your father?" Yes, he goes, we all question our father. And he goes, "Why can't you question the father of all fathers?" And when he said that, I was like, yeah. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, don't question it. It's just what it is. And when he said that, I was like, so we got to we come to it like we're like, if it's our own father, we're going to question every little thing. And we don't mean to be negative. We don't mean to be, down about it. We just want to learn, right? We want to learn every aspect. And what's crazy is, like Bruce Lee, regarding like religions, he took the concept of martial arts, but it could be on the scale of religion too, that you gotta understand each, and you gotta break down the walls and understand each one to get a big picture. But a lot of religions like to trap you in a box and go, no, you can't go that way, or you can't go that way. You got to only learn what you should learn. And then Bruce Lee said it's the same thing with martial arts. You do karate, you only could do karate moves. You can't do throws. You can't do grapples a certain way. And it locks you into something without letting you see the whole picture. So it's kind of like, why can't you question God? Your father of all fathers. You should be able to. And if you have a question about this religion, that religion, whatever, it's just to get a grander picture of what's going on. So I know I went off on a tangent there, but I like the way he started this with speaking like if he's writing, and we all go, I don't know how to start this, but I'm just going to let it out. And when you just start spewing the words and everything like that. And he did say something in here. What's the meaning of this short existence? And a lot of us say, you know, what are we truly here for? You know, there's got to be a reason for existing.
Hello. It's Ren. I don't really know how to start this letter. Oh, fuck it. Is this life really what it seems? Cause lately I've been in this place between awake and dreams. I know I only reach out to you when I'm feeling blue. I promise I'm not using you, I'm just confused. I've got some questions I would like some answers to. Like, is there...
I promise I'm not using you. We do tend to reach out and we do pray, or we do get down on our knees when we need something the most. We do it to our own father and our own parents when we are in a state of unknowing. We tend to gravitate and need that shelter, that comfort. And then I like this. I paused it on this line. Like, is there a meaning to the state of short existence? There's a lot of people that have their different views, but I always go back to the law of energy in physics, and it says energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It's just displaced. So yes, the existence of the human being is short, but we grow up, we gain this great brain, and we grow into these. They say the brain is a miracle and can create miracles. If that just ceased to exist and all of that energy ceased to exist when you die, I don't want to believe it. And science tells me that it can't. That doesn't just go to nothing right when you die. It's not created nor destroyed. It's just displaced. So we gain it from another area. We just build it back up. You know what I mean? So I like to believe in that law of energy, saying that yes, we gain this ability and this knowledge and this energy that's just an unstoppable force. And when we die, it just doesn't cease to exist or just stop right there. It just goes on to the next. And whatever that is, we won't really ever know, but at least we know that it goes and continues. Or at least I like to believe based on that law of energy. So
to this state of short existence, my existential thoughts show hope there are, cause I'm resistant to thinking that there won't be something better in the distance. And God, is there an afterlife where pain is non-existent? If you're up there, God, do you sit upon the throne?
Is there an afterlife where pain is non-existent? And that's the thing. A lot of people say that we come into the human body to experience time, to experience pain, to experience stuff that in other realms or other dimensions, we're just speaking, you know, on what, you know, through the Vedas and everything that where this comes from. But, yeah, they say that you come into the human body to learn things that you wouldn't do in the spirit world or can't understand in the spirit world. Pain, time, love. Well, you can experience love, but it's just an attachment. And that's why a lot of what do you call it, like yogis and monks would tell you that we attach ourselves to things that are really materialistic when we should attach ourselves to things that are non-materialistic, and that would bring joy, true joy, nirvana, and stuff like that. And then he's asking, you know, are you up there sitting on the throne? I like, you know, a lot of people like to put a human figure to God, and I believe that it's just a force. It could come probably in the form of a human, but it's more it's incomprehensible. So it shouldn't be so easy to say that he's wearing a gown, this and that. But I like to believe he is in a different form, but he's just like us. You know what I mean? Just higher power.
Or are you a humble soul wearing sandals and tattered clothes? Do you mingle with the people like an equal? Then on Sundays just kick back and chill and put your feet up. Did I really choose this life that I'm living now? Will my sins be forgiven if I speak them out? I won't lie to you, God, if there is a heaven, I really hope I get there, cause for real it sounds like heaven. Reading past the line,
Ooh.
I just let go. Searching for profits, my faith it is paper thin. So many
Oh my God,
questions
that's
in my mind. They replay like an echo. They never stop, my Messiah is porcelain. Dear God, why do people kill?
Whoa, that was such an on point chorus. That just, like, once again, I got the goose pimples, the goose bumps, the goose flesh. This, man, that chorus was like so innocent. He's talking, at the end, he's talking about like what I said. I like to think that you're, this holy being, but then after Sunday, you just kick your legs up and want to have a good time like we all do. And that's why a lot of people also say, does God have a sense of humor? If he created us, he should have a sense of humor. So I'm pretty sure that he'd be laughing at that one. Like, does he just, kick his legs up with his sandals on and just likes to chill? Why not? Right? That's a cool visual. But man, I got to take that back here on that is.
Reading past
but
God,
right here,
heaven, I really hope I get there, because for real it sounds.
I won't lie to God. If there is a heaven, I really hope I get there, because for real it sounds like heaven. That's using heaven in two different ways. That was pretty neat. But this chorus right here,
Like reading past the lines, I just let go. Searching for profits, my faith it is paper thin. So many questions in my mind. They replay like an echo. They never stop, my Messiah is porcelain. Dear God, why do people kill each other in your name? Is it really what you want, or have we lost our way? Cause it seems like religion can cause division, or people living in prisons of moral values they're given. What is right and what is wrong? Am I a sinner if I don't comply with everything that Moses said, or is that
Wow. So he's saying, is it right or is it wrong? Why do people use your name to start wars and stuff like that? There's always this thing, my God's better than your God. But I'm pretty sure he wouldn't want that. Your father wouldn't want, the kids to know what favorites are, right? So it's kind of like that concept. So it's like, we're humanly creating favorites in the name of God, and I'm pretty sure that he wouldn't want that. He loves all his children, so but using the religion and everything does tend to lead to people killing in the name of God, people doing things in the name of God, and I'm pretty sure that's more of a human-made thing than a God-made thing for sure.
And why do people disguise hatred in your name? Homophobia, a history of violent wars and causing pain. High priests in the tower stacking riches. Women burnt at the stakes called witches. In the name of God, Allah, Zeus, Jesus. People claiming lives justified by your allegiance. I think it's more complex than good versus evil.
See, and he brought up a good thing. A lot of people use God to hate people, and that is not the teachings that I've learned. But they like to twist words, and they like to. It's almost like your father might disagree with what you're doing, but he's always gonna love you. God's probably not gonna agree with everything you're doing, going to guide you, but still be there by your side, is not going to forsake you for choosing a path that he disagrees with. I think that there's different levels to that, but a lot of people like to just throw it like, if it's not my way, then God's going to hate you. God, and I'm going to kill people in the name of God, because that's not what and that's, homophobia. That's a lot of different things. And the God that I know is ever loving and won't, turn your back on the little things. And a true father wouldn't do that either. A true father would not always agree with what you're doing, but is going to try to find some common ground to understand. But man, he's going deep in this one. I
think that there's both darkness and light inside people. Through different eyes, a man called a terrorist could be a freedom fighter if he's fighting for the side.
Whoa, and through different eyes, a man called a terrorist could be a freedom fighter if he's fighting for the side you're with. And this is another thing that I always believed in, the mind. And there's a saying in Spanish, cada mente es un mundo. Every mind is its own world. That we like to believe what we believe, right? So this person that's a terrorist in our world mind, he's doing and killing people and doing certain things, but in his mind, he thinks that he's fighting for freedom and what he believes in. And that's keeping your whatever you've been raised on, keeping your virtues on what you believe in and certain things. So this is pretty deep, because it goes with that saying that, every mind is its own world. And a lot of fights and a lot of disagreements and wars start with, your world is different than my world. I'm going to try to change you to believe what I believe in. And if you don't, then we're going to fight about it. And if you don't like that, then it's going to escalate to me trying to kill you, and then everybody around you, and then a war starts. So my grandma always told me that saying is we got to sometimes put our self into other people's shoes and try to see it from a different perspective. Try to get a full understanding before we totally hate or disagree. And hate, I was always taught is a very, very strong word. And hate is like totally not understanding and not willing to understand. And a lot of hate comes self-taught from parents and above, to where the kid doesn't get a chance to try to see both sides. They're trained or they're taught how to see only one side. And if the other side comes, I'm going to fight it full force, and I'm not going to want to get outside my box. I'm not going to want to listen to the other side. And that's where the word hate is so strong to me, because it's a total misunderstanding and a not willing to understand. Because once you start to understand and then you can agree to disagree. You can say, oh, okay, I understand you, but that's not for me. But you have a different light to it than, oh, you're believing something I don't believe in, and I was taught this way. So, we're going to have to fight about it. And that's where a lot of hate comes is the total misunderstanding and not willing to understand. And a lot of that is self-taught.
You're with
reading past the lines, I just let go. Searching for profits, my faith it is paper thin.
My faith is it's paper thin.
They replay like an echo. They never stop, my Messiah is porcelain.
So is it ignorant to claim that we know what you want? And if I fast for the Sabbath, is that what you want? Or is tradition just superstition, religion, the human vision just crafted out of people's ambition? Listen, I knew a girl that lost a baby before it was born. What's the purpose of that, God? What is it for? Why did my best friends die before I hit 25? Is it 'cause there is something better in the afterlife? God, I've been feeling suicidal lately. Mental health is worsening, it feels like it might break me. If you're watching, you know that I've been strong.
This is getting real.
How much longer do I have to hold on? Please just give me some solace, so that I know you've got my back. Please just give me some relief. God, is that too much to ask?
Hold up.
They replay like an
That last part hit me like a ton of bricks. He brought up, like, if a baby is dies before they're born, and why did my friend die before he was, at the age of 25? Does that mean that there's something better in the after? Like, he went for it there at the end, man. Oh my gosh, that just baffled me on the ending part, right? Like I said, if you can question your father, you can ask the real hard questions. And yeah, I think that every sin is forgivable in its own way, because father's got to be there for his kids no matter what happens. And oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to hear that last part again. That just, ooh, he went for it on.
Read with the terrorist could be a freedom fighter if he's fighting for the side you're with.
reading past the line.
Man, I love this chorus.
I just let go. Searching for profits, my faith it is paper thin. So many questions in my mind. They replay like an echo.
I like that the words are on the screen.
They never stop, my Messiah is porcelain.
So is it ignorant to claim that we know what you want? And if I fast for the Sabbath, is that what you want? Or is tradition just superstition, religion, the human vision just crafted out of people's ambition?
Dang. He's asking, like, do we know what you really want? Or are we just doing it believing that's what you want? Like fasting on the Sabbath and doing certain things like where did we get that? Is that human made? He's kind of questioning.
A girl that lost a baby before it was born. What's the purpose of that, God? What is it for? Why did my best friends die before I hit 25? Is it because...
Wow. Why did my best friends die? And you can hear it in his voice. You can hear it in his voice that his voice changes on that line.
What is it for? Why did my best friends die before I hit 25? Is it because there is something better in the afterlife?
I've had a lot of friends die before they hit 25. I still have some dying to this day, and I think that's something that we just got to live with and understand in this world we live in this thing. But man,
God, I've been feeling suicidal lately. Mental health is worsening. It feels like it might break me. If you're watching, you know that I've been strong. But God, how much longer do I have to hold on? Please just give me some solace, so that I know you've got my back. Please just give me some relief. God, is that too much to ask?
Whoa. I'm thinking about this when you tell your parents those exact lines. That's when you need to just be there for them, right? And that's what he's kind of asking for. God is like, can you show me a sign that you're here with me? Can you show me, but he went real. Like, my mental health is getting rough. I'm feeling suicidal. It's that those times that I like to believe God is right there next to you. God is there consoling you to do the right thing. It's all still a matter of choice in the human person, the human thing. I believe that God just throws opportunities out there, And we just have to be there to open the door or see those opportunities. But I've been through bad mental health. I've been suicidal. I've been I think I've done it all. When I was at my lowest, like the last reaction, diazepam, I was really, really addicted to benzos. And it really, really took my life for loops. It turned me into a person that I didn't want to be. It turned me into something that I went against the family. I went against who I truly was. I was somebody that everybody loved to be around, to somebody that they hated to be around. And they stood there by my side because they knew that was not me. And they stood there to help me make it through. In the end, it was me that had to make the right decisions to dig myself out, but they were there to help me. And that's the way that I like to believe that God is. He's going to put the right people there. You're still going to have to do the work. Like some people say, and I might get chastised regarding this, or I might get people in the comments saying differently. But when people say, well, what'd you do? Oh, I just left it in God's hands. To me, that means you did nothing, but you really still have a part. You really still are the one making the decisions and stuff. Yes, put it in God's hands and he's going to give you the opportunities. He's going to put the right people in the place. But some people just say, well, I'm just going to put it in God's hands. And to me, that means that they're going to do absolutely nothing and want like a free handout or want some type of miracle to save them. And when I hear that saying, I understand it, but I don't understand it, because it's still going to take you, the person, to find those opportunities, find those things that are going to get you through. You're going to have to put the energy in. You're going to have to do the walk. You're going to have to do the talk. You're going to have to do certain things. It's not just going to be, and I'll leave it with this. There was this story where, there was this person that there was a flood and the boat comes by the person's house and says, hey, the flood's going to, really get bad. We need you to get out. And we have a boat here, get out. And the guy goes, no, I believe God's going to save me. So I'm just going to stay here in my home. Next time the water's up at the roof, the guys are coming by in the boat saying, hey, we really need you to come. It's going to get even worse. And he's like, no, I'm very religious. God's going to save me. I believe in him so much that he's going to save me. And then the guy goes, all right, we'll be right back. The water's up to the guy's head the next time they come around. And the guys in the boats come back and they're like, hey, we really need you to come. I don't think you're going to make it any longer. The water's already rising enough to where you're going to start to drown. You need to come with us. And he's like, no, I still believe God's going to save me. And then sure enough, the water overtook the guy and he ended up drowning. And then when the guy's up and he's talking with God, he's all like, God, I believed in you so much. I believed that you were going to save me. And I ended up dying. What happened? And God goes, you didn't see the boat the first time that I sent out there? You didn't see the boat the second time to save you? I sent you all the means to survive, but you chose not to take them. And those are those opportunities and those doors that I'm talking about, that we can't just say, oh, God's going to come down and make a miracle happen to save you in the toughest of times. No, but if we have faith and we believe, we're going to have to put the work in to know what's right to do. And then we can make it through with friends, family, people that are still by our side. But we got to have and see what is provided to us to make it through. So I know I went on a rant, and I know religion and stuff like that you're not really supposed to talk much about, but I think that in the way I did it, I didn't go too much into the true religion type. I went more into the spiritual understanding. So I'd like to know your comments. I'd like to know your thoughts on this, because we tend to go a little deep in the analysis here, and we tend to like to take it to different levels. So if you can just, share any of your experiences in the comments, give any feedback on this type of reaction, I really appreciate it. The last one, I really put myself out there about my addiction, and I come to find out that I'm not the only one that has been through certain things with addiction, and you guys opened up to me a lot on that. So I really, really appreciate everybody that chimes in the comments. I try to react to every comment, and I try to respond to every comment, because without you all, I wouldn't be doing this. And every time I do a Ren video, I can feel the connection through the comments. Sometimes some of the comments make me tear up, and I never thought that I could feel the connection through the comments. I can feel the human existence through the comments. And I know that's kind of weird for me to say, but it's just what music and this type of stuff really does, this social media aspect of understanding. So if you like the content, please follow, like, and subscribe. It really does help push the content. And I hope you liked my ranting this time in my analysis. I know I went deep and I went off on a tangent, but I think some of you might get some golden nuggets from what I just talked about. So I really appreciate every one of you, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much.